The Fund for Our Economic Future was just an extraordinary initiative of the philanthropic community. Unprecedented across the country, where you had 70 foundations come together, pool their resources, and make a commitment to one initiative, and that was to help transform the economy of Northeast Ohio.
They have really been trying to spur, I think, not only a grassroots or ground-up effort, but also the top-down effort, and have really been acting as a catalyst to get everybody together on working for common goals. They're thinking outside the box, they're creative, and they're demanding some change to make sure that our region is economically viable for the future.
The fund's only been around for 6 years, but I think it's had a remarkable impact in just that short period of time. In hundreds of millions of dollars in venture capital funds that have been brought into this region.
There is a very dynamic, enthusiastic, entrepreneurial climate developing in the region.
The robustness and the depth of the services in Northeast Ohio for business creation, job creation is stunning. The Nortex, the Jumpstarts, the bioenterprises, the incubator system, the university system, and they're all tied together and they're all talking to each other, and that, again, we don't see happening anywhere else in the country.
Jumpstart has meant absolutely everything to Embrace. We wouldn't exist without Jumpstart. Since I've been developing Embrace over the last 7 years, Northeast Ohio has changed hugely. People see hope in the new industries that are showing up. High quality goods can be manufactured here right in Northeast Ohio, and the high value add goods are the future technologies. We develop them here, we produce them here, and we have the workforce for it here.
Coming in the fall, we're actually building a product here. It's called our e-tablet product line. We're building it here. It's a consumer electronics product, and we're going to be selling it actually in China. So it's a paradigm shift. I mean, we're actually building a product here in Ohio, in Northeast Ohio, and selling it to consumers in China.
You have to have a good idea, you have to have the right people that know what they're doing, and you have to have the money. And I think that in this region, all those things all come together here.
We have to recreate that entrepreneurial spirit, and that's what especially bioenterprise and Jumpstart are focused on. But there are other key things that matter too, like having the kind of talent and workforce that we need, that businesses need to succeed. And so the fund is focused on talent development.
We find ourselves today undereducated in an environment that has a high demand for higher education skills and abilities. A 30 to 40% increase in college-going rates will be necessary for Ohio to be competitive in the information age.
We have to be more inclusive because we're on the same economic team in this global competition. We have to make sure everybody in our region's on the team and on the field able to participate. And we also have to make sure that the sort of framework that we operate in, our governmental structure, makes more sense and is more effective, more efficient, more collaborative than it is right now.
We spend too much on duplicative services, and that's, of course, that's the whole message behind the Fund for Our Economic Future is we have got to be able to pare that down so that we can then focus those dollars in different directions.
Governments respond to voters, and if voters are engaged, governments pay attention. And so we think that that's a critical strategy for us making progress over the long term.
Those are the sort of 4 big areas: business growth and attraction, talent, inclusion, and government collaboration that the fund is focused on, because that's what really matters if we're going to succeed.
We're making more progress in Northeast Ohio than I've seen in the 22 years that I've been here.
We have seen success, and this is just at the beginning.
I think people living here perhaps don't see it because you get callous to it or immune to it. Believe me, from an outsider's perspective, there's a lot of great things going on here.
We're talking about a deep cultural change in our region, and that does not happen overnight.
As investors in life science, we do know to be patient.
As we like to say, every overnight success is 10 years in the making. When you get this entrepreneurial ecosystem and you get these companies formed, within the next 5 years we will have a couple of huge success stories in Northeast Ohio. Billion-dollar companies formed that employ hundreds of people, thousands of people.
We are trying to grow a several $100 million per year company in 5 years. And I think we can do that. I think we can do it here in Northeast Ohio.
I think we'll show to the world that Northeastern Ohio is a tremendous place to place a medical device company.
And so I think that we have a long way to go, but we've made great progress in a really short period of time. And if we stay together, if we stay with the agenda, I'm totally confident we can get where we need to go.
I just really feel that this is just, it's critical to the future of our region.